morning and a very warm welcome. You are watching JanataTelevision and this is the English Bulletin with me, Sushant Akal. The top stories first. Coronavirus infected patients return home after recovery. The women spent 27 days in hospital. Nepali Congress smells rat in relief distribution, demands all-party mechanism to check irregularities. Dharan closes its border with Udaipur. Authorities take such measure to prevent coronavirus spread. WHO issues new warning, says South Africa could be the next epicenter of coronavirus. And Arsenal players first to agree pay cut in the Premier League offered Champions League qualification incentive instead. And now the news in detail. A woman who was admitted to Sukararaj Tropical and Infectious Disease Hospital after testing positive for coronavirus about a month ago has returned home after recovery. The 19-year-old woman was admitted to the Teku-based hospital on March 23rd. She left the hospital after 27 days. She had arrived in Nepal from France on March 17th via Doha in a Qatar Airways flight. A few days after her arrival, it was confirmed that she was infected with coronavirus and was admitted to the hospital. Her latest test showed negative result and therefore she was released from the hospital, said Dr. Bikas Devkota, spokesperson at the Ministry of Health and Population. The last two PCR tests of the woman turned out negative. She is the second person in Nepal to recover from the disease after the successful recovery of Nepali student who had returned home from China in January.
हालको अध्यावधिक विवरण अनुसार कोभिड-19 को जम्मा पुष्टि भएको संख्या 30, जसमध्ये हिजो मात्रै 14 जना नयाँ संक्रमित। टेकुमा उपचारको क्रममा रहनुभएका दुई जना मध्ये 2 जना संक्रमित मध्ये एक जनाको परीक्षण नेगेटिभ आए पश्चात अस्पतालबाट आज डिस्चार्ज गरिएको छ।
The total number of infected persons in Nepal has jumped to 30. On Friday alone, 14 new cases were detected in Nepal. Among the new cases, 12 were reported in Udaipur and other 2 in Chitwan. All 12 persons in Udaipur are male, while the 2 infected persons in Chitwan include a man and a woman. The Health Ministry informed that all the 14 new cases were detected through rapid diagnostic tests, while the PCR tests are underway.
हिजो कोरोनाको थप 14 जनाको पुष्टि भएको छ। उदयपुरमा 12 जना र चितवनमा 2 जना। यो 14 जना सबैको केस इन्भेस्टिगेसन र कन्ट्याक्ट ट्रेसिङको काम अगाडि बढिसकेको छ। त्यसको लागि टिमहरूले कार्य गर्दैछन्। टोटल संक्रमित मध्ये 2 जना निको भएर घर फर्किसकेको अवस्था र 28 जना विभिन्न अस्पतालमा उपचारार्थ हुनुहुन्छ।
So far, the government has tested 8,017 samples through PCR method, while a total of 19,454 samples have been tested through rapid tests. The ministry informed that rapid tests have been initiated in all districts. The government has kept 4,536 people in quarantine, while the number of people kept in isolation is 112,000. Similarly, a 65-year-old woman from Baglung has been completely cured from the coronavirus infection. The woman from Goidakot, Baglung Municipality 3 was discharged from the hospital after her report came out negative the 4th time. She was being treated in the Dhaulagiri Zonal Hospital after it was confirmed that she was positive for the viral infection. Her test reports showed positive the first 2 times she was tested. However, her 3rd and the 4th test revealed a negative result. Janakpur police arrested 2 women who were found throwing notes in the road in a suspicious manner. Police arrested the duo on the charge of conducting suspicious activities. Both of them are residents of Janakpur Sub-Metropolitan City Ward number 7. The arrested have been identified as Amuna Khatun and Alina Khatun. The two are sisters-in-law. District Police Office Thanusa were searching for the two Muslim women who were reportedly throwing notes on the streets of Janakpur Dham wearing burqa since Friday. The police managed to arrest them on Saturday afternoon from Janakinagar. The two have been kept under custody at the District Police Office and investigation into the incident is underway. This is Janata Bulletin. We'll be right back after a short break. Welcome back after the break. We continue with other national news. The main opposition party, Nepali Congress, has confirmed that there have been major irregularities in the distribution of relief materials. The party meeting on Saturday urged for the formation of all-party monitoring team to probe the irregularities. Nepali Congress spokesperson Biswa Prakash Sharma said that all local levels led by the NCP were involved in some irregularities in the distribution of relief materials. He demanded that an all-party monitoring mechanism should be created to make sure these irregularities are immediately checked. He also appealed to the government to make sure the relief materials reach the needy ones as soon as possible.
केन्द्र र प्रदेश सरकारले घोषणा गरेको राहतको कार्यक्रमहरू अझै पनि लक्षित समक्ष नपुगिसकेको पुर्याउने कुराको सन्दर्भमा तीव्रता सरकारले दिनुपर्ने, स्थानीय तहमा पुर्याउने कुरामा गम्भीरता राख्नुपर्ने, द्रुत गतिले काम गर्नुपर्ने अपिल गरेको छ। आजको बैठकले देशभरिबाट प्राप्त विवरणहरूको आधारमा सत्तारूढ दलले विजय हासिल गरेका कतिपय स्थानीय तहमा राहत वितरणमा पक्षपातपूर्ण व्यवहार भएको भन्ने विषयलाई गम्भीरतापूर्वक लिएको छ र राहत वितरणको कार्यलाई चाहिँ न्यायोचित, पारदर्शी र व्यवस्थित बनाउन आग्रह गर्दै बैठकले स्थानीय तहमा सर्वदलीय अनुगमनको व्यवस्था गर्नका लागि पनि माग गरेको छ।
NC has urged the government to scrap interest or reduce it to bare minimum for everyone as a financial relief. The party also urged the government to help people reach their destinations safely while calling on its own party cadres to help people walk their way home by providing them food and shelter as required. The meeting held at Buranil Kantha also decided on presenting a report to the government about the situation of laborers and students currently living abroad who are in dire need of rescue, while also urging the government to initiate diplomatic talks with the respective countries.
खास गरी श्रमिक विदेशमा कार्यरत र अप्ठ्यारोमा परेका विद्यार्थीलाई पर्याप्त राहत नपुगेको भन्ने विवरण विदेशमा रहेका विभिन्न संस्थाहरू मार्फत खास गरी नेपाली जनसम्पर्क समितिहरूबाट पनि प्राप्त जे छ त्यसलाई सरकार समक्ष ध्यानकर्षण गराउने र उच्च स्तरीय कूटनीतिक पहल मार्फत सम्बन्धित देशका सरकार समक्ष पहल गर्नका लागि सरकारलाई अपील गर्ने।
The main opposition party has also asked the government to respect the human rights of the many people stranded along the Nepal-India border and bring them home safely and keep them in quarantine facilities but within the country. The party also urged the government to increase the range of testing by introducing mobile testing services across the country. A security meeting of Dharan Sub-Metropolitan City has decided to close all its border transit points with Udaipur district after coronavirus infestations were found in the neighboring district. 12 individuals tested positive for COVID-19 at Udaipur's Vokle on Friday. The meeting of Security Committee of Dharan Sub-Metropolis held yesterday decided to tighten security checks in all 4 entry points in Dharan. The meeting has also decided to restrict all vehicles, including those carrying food and vegetables, from entering Dharan from Udaipur, informed DSP Dhundiraj Neupane of Area Police Office, Dharan.
पछि हाम्रो छिमेकी जिल्ला भएको हुनाले अझै सुरक्षा संवेदनशीलताको कारणले अझै चाहिँ हाम्रो 4 वटा नाका जुन धरान छिर्ने नाकाहरू छ त्यसलाई चाहिँ कडाई रूपमा चाहिँ चेक जाँचको व्यवस्था मिलाउने, जसरी हामीले तीन कुनेमा जसरी मिलाएका थियौं अरु 3टा नाका पनि त्यसरी नै चेक जाँचको व्यवस्था मिलाउने र अझ विशेष गरी चतराबाट प्रवेश हुने पश्चिम नाका छ त्यसलाई चाहिँ अलि कडाइका साथ चेक जाँचको व्यवस्था मिलाउने भनेर निर्णय भयो।
Two-wheelers, including bicycles and motorcycles carrying milk from Barha area and Bharaul, have also been restricted except the ones that are supplying milk in vehicles, DSP Neopane further informed. The meeting has also decided to permit grocery shops to open till 9 a.m. in the morning. And now the news from the economic front. Maize and vegetable plantation in more than 8,000 hectares of land in the Tarai has been left in ruins by a recent hailstorm accompanied by thunder and storm. A wild hailstorm accompanied by rain and thunder has left thousands of households roofless. It also completely destroyed maize and vegetable farming in different areas of Bara. The crops have been damaged beyond repair by the hailstorm, informed a farmer Raju Khushua of Jitpur Simara Sub-Metropolis Ward number 8. Sugarcane farmers already having a hard time had invested in maize planting this year, but the hailstorm added more to their problems, said another farmer, Ganga Patel. Khushua has demanded the state to compensate all farmers as not only maize but all sorts of vegetable farming have been destroyed by the hailstorm. More than 6,000 hectares of land are used for maize farming and 5,400 hectares for vegetable planting every year, according to Agriculture Knowledge Center, Kalaiya. The center has also informed that 70% maize and 80% vegetable farming has been completely destroyed by Friday's hailstorm. Time for a short break here at Janata Bulletin. Stay tuned for international news. Welcome back, and now the international news. The World Health Organization has warned that Africa could become the next epicenter of the coronavirus outbreak. According to BBC, UN officials said the pandemic is likely to kill at least 300,000 people in Africa and push nearly 30 million into poverty. The past week in Africa has seen a sharp rise in coronavirus cases. There have been almost 1,000 deaths and almost 19,000 infections across Africa. So far, the rate of infections and deaths is much lower than in parts of Europe and the US. The UN Economic Commission for Africa has warned 300,000 could die. It has called for a $100 billion safety net for the continent, including halting external debt payments. The WHO says the virus appears to be spreading away from African capitals. It has also highlighted that the continent lacks ventilators to deal with the pandemic. More than a third of Africa's population lacks access to adequate water supplies, and nearly 60% of urban dwellers live in overcrowded slums, conditions where the virus could thrive. There are almost 19,000 confirmed cases in Africa and at least 970 confirmed deaths across the whole continent, which has a population of about 1.3 billion. Governments around the world are discussing when and how to ease the restrictions designed to control the coronavirus pandemic. They are considering various options as their citizens are struggling to make ends meet with rising unemployment, AP reported. Mandatory lockdowns to stop the spread of the new virus have brought widespread fear. The disease has so far infected more than 2.2 million people and it has no vaccine yet. In a joint statement on Saturday, a group of 13 countries, including Canada, Brazil, Italy and Germany, called for global cooperation to lessen the economic impact of the pandemic. It is vital that we work together to save lives and livelihoods, they said. The group, which also includes Britain, France, Indonesia, Mexico, Morocco, Peru, South Korea, Singapore and Turkey, said it was committed to work with all countries to coordinate on public health, travel, trade, economic and financial measures in order to minimize disruptions and recover stronger. This includes maintaining air, land and marine transportation links to ensure the continued flow of goods, including medical equipment and aid, and the return home of travelers, they said. You are watching Janata Bulletin, and now the latest from the world of sports. Arsenal players are said to be the first in the Premier League to agree to a pay cut after being offered Champions League qualification incentives. The Gunners players will take but be reimbursed if they qualify for the next season's Champions League or the 2021-22 competition. They will get a 100,000 bonus for reaching next year's Champions League. They will each earn 500,000 for winning the 2021 Champions League or 100,000 for the Europa League. The Gunners were in 9th place in the Premier League when the season was stopped because of the coronavirus pandemic, 8 points adrift of the Champions League place with 10 games remaining. On Wednesday, the Arsenal executive team agreed to over the next 12 months. Private discussions have taken place with the players over the potential financial challenges ahead, with negotiations on wage cuts taking place on a club-by-club basis. The decision came after league-wide talks aimed at a collective pay deal broke down without resolution. The Premier League proposed a 30% pay cut, but the Professional Footballers Association said that would affect tax contribution to the NHS. We are at the end of Janata Bulletin, and the headlines once again. Coronavirus infected patients returns home after recovery. The woman spent 27 days in hospital. Nepali Congress smells rat in relief distribution, demands all-party mechanism to check irregularities. Dharan closes its border with Udaipur. Authorities take such measure to prevent coronavirus outbreak. WHO issues new warning, says South Africa could be the next epicenter of the coronavirus. And Arsenal players first to agree pay cut in the Premier League offered Champions League qualification incentive instead. And that's all from the English News Desk for today. You can follow Janata Television and our programs on various social media platforms, including on our website janatasamachar.com. We urge all our viewers to follow government directives of the lockdown and follow healthy hygienic practices to keep safe from any infections. Keep watching Janata Television. Namaste.